going to call the meeting, January 8th meeting of the Ayer Board of Health to order. Public input. We do not have a public this evening. Review of minutes. Minutes are still in progress. It's been a little crazy with holidays and snowstorms and vacation days and whatnot. So
that's two sets, November 27th,
27th and December
Okay.
11th, right, that we're still missing. So if you can try to get those two at least done.
I'll get them all. I think
Maybe if we batch them in twos, we can get caught
I'm
up.
sure once I have a chance. I've just been really busy with the
I know.
many things.
Yeah, I know. I understand. Because you were traveling, and then we had the
I
snowstorm
wasn't
on
in.
Thursday.
I was gone for over 2 weeks, so
Yeah, I know.
you know, so I haven't.
Understood.
And then it was snowing when I, last Thursday. I came
Right.
in briefly on Friday, but
Yeah, not many people made it to the office last Thursday. All right, Ms. Shova, food permits that have not been renewed. I know we have a hefty package here today. I don't know if this has
I didn't even look at that.
anything about food permits.
I don't know what's in there.
Do we, by any chance, know of any?
I haven't talked to her. I gave the office a ring and she didn't answer, and I just figured she's out doing something.
Doing things. All right. So we have a few food inspections. We've got Cage Hilltop, Ayer Shirley High.
That's kind of that's the routine ones, correct?
Yeah.
I think she does those. I think they do them twice a year.
Oriental Market. She has flagged for a. Okay. She's got here that they paid. They must have paid when she was there. She's going to re-inspect them in 30 days because they have a couple of criticals. Devin's Pizza looks good. Pauline's looks good. Ayer MOC. What does that stand for?
Mock.
Yeah. I've seen Council on Aging, but I haven't seen MOC.
Oh, it's Montechusett.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yep, that's nice. Taco Bell is excellent. Lucia's is looking good. Couple of criticals. She's gonna go back though in 6 months, so they're not.
What was the problem?
Lucia's. Let's see. There's an ice scoop that needs to be stored properly. Ice machine tray needs to be replaced with food grade materials. And then keep the thermometers in all the coolers. And then she has a check mark here to discuss with them gloves and hats.
Okay.
But she put them down for plus or minus 6 months.
Okay.
And Parthenon had one critical here. It was keeping the onions up 6 inches off the floor.
You know what bothers me, Madam Chair, in some of this? It's the same thing, and it's common sense.
Oh, I know. I know.
It's not.
I know.
It's not like it's a brand new place that just opened and they haven't quite got it together. These are established places. She
They
goes
are.
to all the time,
Yep, they are.
and they should know by now. And I don't have a lot of patience for that, quite frankly.
No, I don't either. And she actually has a 7-day here on Page Hilltop for the dishwasher is not operating at 180 degrees F on the final minutes. So they have her. She has a note here that they should call her when they're fixed. And apparently, Ayer Shirley High had the same problem.
Yeah.
I can understand Page Hilltop might be a
Right.
machine, but
Yeah. So we had kind of a mix here. So Page Hilltop and the high school looks like had some
There's no
Dishwashing machine
excuse in the high
temperature
school, a brand new
No.
building.
Oriental Market, again, she has for a 30-day. She has one thing that has to be fixed within 24 hours. Hand sink, floors need to be repaired. Back door not weather tight.
You know that's up at the Devon's Plaza.
Oh, I
We
know that
we've
one,
had
yeah.
him here how many times? He's not gonna fix anything.
No, he's not.
No. So.
Okay, so I guess that's it for food inspections.
So are they getting a new dishwasher and
It's gonna be repaired. She has here repaired. They're gonna call her when the repair is done. She's gonna let it go. All right, we have, a beaver management device. We got the most lovely things to look at. This is an application for a 10-day emergency beaver or muskrat permit. The Ayer DPW has a sewer easement at the rail trail crossing. Beavers have dammed up the sewer easement from the Sugar Valley Medical Center and is underwater. DPW needs to remove the 2 small dams so we can access the sewer manholes for maintenance, and we cannot access. So, danger of the medical center sewer backing up, so we certainly don't want that.
Yep.
So Bridget has issued the permit allowing them to install a beaver management device.
We've had
And
that before too.
yeah, this actually looks like it was a little while back. We must be just getting this now. They applied for it on 11/14, if you want this for the records, Mary, and she gave them the 10-day permit on November 20th. So I don't see anything new or follow on here, so. What else do we have here? We have, boy, it's that time of year. Owen Jacobs Salon has, let me see. Jennifer Gates has a permit as a tattoo art practitioner. And CC Cosmetics, located at the same location, it has a permit to operate a body art establishment. And then she has a little sticky here. It's the salon on Main Street, near Hallmark, OG.
So it's in the salon?
It's in the salon, yeah. Yeah,
It's wonderful, full service.
I have another one.
No, they're out of business.
They went out.
They couldn't come and go.
Yeah, they're
Yeah. All right, food permits. Oh my gosh. McDonald's. The Mock Elderly Nutrition. The Gun and Sportsman's Club. Lucia's. Chungi Oriental Market. Athenon. The Vineyard. Oh my gosh. Then what do we get into? Northeast Hot Fill. For bottling. This is for bottling.
Oh, is that the beer brewery place?
This is 25. No, this is 25 Copeland Drive. Oh, what's that? Northeast Hot Fill. What is? I'm not sure what Northeast Hot Fill is. Because there's CPF. I thought that was the Pepsi. There's another one. Yeah, they're also 25 Copeland Drive. At any rate, here they are. So Bridget has taken care of those. And what else do we have? Let's see if I can start the beginning of this. Oh, we have more. License to operate camps, cabins, hotels, and trailer coach acts to the Pine Knoll mobile homes. We have a cat apparently assaulted by a bat that was tested and did not have rabies. So that's good. Winifred cat, to be specific.
Oh, Winnie.
Or Winnie, had a run-in, but at least it wasn't rabid.
Thank goodness.
And if it matters, that was 41 East Main Street,
Oh.
Benwood.
Oh.
That's where Winnie lives.
Oh, gee. They've got bats too?
I assume that was the site of the assault for Winifred. All right. Now, beginning of this message is, relates to the ZBA submittal for 0 Groton Harvard Road. So it starts off with Carly contacting Kerry at Team Realty, saying that she's gotten many inquiries from department heads about the intended use for the ZBA submittal. Please provide in writing, email is fine, with proposed uses for the site. Then there is a response back. Carly, I talked to the buyer, he said landscape equipment, roll-off construction dumpsters, not rubbish. They'll be empty, unless waiting to be dumped. Pickup truck, small dump truck, backhoe, front end loader, and a storage container. They're usually on the job, but when they're not on the job, they will be packed here. So,
There's not that much land there. How are you gonna store all that stuff?
Is that Coke's or is it across the street?
No, it's
Did you figure
across
that
the
out?
street.
it's as Mary points out, it's the area where people turn around.
You know when you're down Groton Harvard
Yeah.
Road and you're waiting there because the train is there and you
Yeah.
say, the heck with it, I'll turn around in there and go
Yeah.
another way.
Huh.
That's where it is, behind the garage
The
where
garage.
the guy runs.
Yeah.
And I don't
Okay.
think there's that much land to have all that.
I don't know. Apparently, he was confirmed to come in for Thursday, December 14th. That must have been the
They
ZBA.
continued it.
They did, okay.
That I did find out from
Okay,
someone.
got
I
it.
said, what did they do? Because at first I
Oh,
thought
I
it
should
was
have given this.
I thought
Coke's
it was
property.
Yeah, because they
Yeah,
had some.
and no, they continued it because they needed more information on it.
Bridget approved the commuter rail, plan for the commuter rail, Depot Square parking facility. So that's.
What would she have to do
Yeah.
with that? I don't think there's
It just
any.
goes to all the departments.
I know, and
so.
you know, we've had this discussion and I've asked, and I know they sign a lot of things, but what I would like to see on that sheet that goes around, if it's not applicable to us, I'd like it to just put NA on it.
It must take longer if you just keep doing it that way. I mean, if you put NA, doesn't it pass it around quicker?
Well, the thing is, it makes it seem as though we have a say in it, and we really don't, because it has nothing to do with us.
I think the thing with the NA is that then somebody else is making that determination of whether it's NA or not. Whereas I would rather see, it takes Bridget probably a small amount of time to look at this and say, it's not in the aquifer, yeah, so it's fine.
But
Rather
I know,
than
but
have
when-
somebody else do an NA.
My point is, when you're writing approved, it gives the impression
Yeah,
that this comes under the Board of Health.
yeah, I see what you're
Then
saying,
just write, not a Board of Health problem.
yeah.
Something like that.
I mean, we could
Rather
probably.
than approved. We've
Is
had
this-
this discussion
Is this
before.
thing, is there like any kind of work instruction?
No, see, it's
goes
a
along with
universal thing, and if I can, Madam Chair, if I can speak to that point.
Yes, please.
The reason for all of this is because not infrequently, there are issues that people haven't realized. It's just like when we're looking at 41 East Main Street, we send it to the police, we send it to the fire,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, they don't have any direct bearing on aquifer perhaps, but they might have they might have some concerns that bear on the situation that nobody's thought about. So since we really don't have any kind of central oversight of these things, it's really important, I think, and a good thing, that these things are sent around and vetted by each of the departments.
So these are all the possible departments.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
everybody is.
And as I said, I don't have a problem with that,
Yeah.
but
I
it's
think
just,
what you're saying is maybe there should be a, not just approved modifications need disapproved, but maybe another box that says
Well, for example,
not applicable.
41 East Main Street, if I recall correctly, came around in just such a fashion, and it was only after it came to us that we said, oh, wait a minute, it has an aquifer. There is an issue here. But that was not identified.
Yeah.
So, and it is also a way of keeping everybody in the loop. Because previously to this, things would go through and nobody would know. Like the planning board could be doing something that we should know about, and we never even hear about it.
no, but I've said before, I like that new sheet.
Yes,
I
your
think it's-
issue is with the approved.
Exactly,
Sounds like we're
exactly.
approving something when
Which
in
it
reality
really, it
it's
doesn't,
yeah.
it's,
Well,
Not
when
in our
when you
jurisdiction.
say approve, it
Yeah.
means as far as the Board of Health goes, there are no issues.
but that doesn't indicate it like that when you put approved. So that's my only.
I can email, because I was actually thinking of that with the other two that I had to ask Bridget, where we were saying, was that in the aquifer or not?
No,
So,
I've always said from
um,
day one, I said I like the new sheet. It goes around every department and we don't have to wait. Because it used to be, it went to this board, and then that board might say, I think it has to go to such and such. So it was too long a wait sometime for the people
Yeah.
that had applied for the permit. No, I have no problem with the permit.
Yeah, I know
It's just-
exactly what you're asking for, Mary. It's
Yes.
just make a notation here of why is it?
Yes, yes.
Is it actually approved, or is it just not something that we really have?
Exactly.
Jurisdiction over or something. Okay, all right. I think we can take care of that I'll just send Bridget a note. Okay, so I'm going to put all of this back in here. I'm going to use the budget. Now, there's one thing here for Carleen. I don't know if it's an animal report. I'll open somebody else's mail. I'll let you open it.
Okay,
Is this an animal report or?
I don't know. I didn't do that.
Well, it's from the Neshoba Board of Health, so I
Yeah,
don't see
so I'm
why-
assuming it's an animal report,
I
yeah.
don't see why you shouldn't open it.
Uh-huh.
You normally would open that, correct?
Well, usually I call Carleen, and frequently she's already gotten an email.
Okay.
So this is more for my records, so. Yeah, it's a dog bite, or
This is for Winifred. The
no,
cat.
it's not
The
for
cat
her.
with the bat.
I was bitten at a dog show in Ayer. I didn't know if there was a dog show.
A dog show in Ayer?
What's your dog's name? And she wasn't,
Gladys
Gladys wasn't
called
invited?
to preside over.
Where is it supposed to be held?
I don't know. See?
This was at a dog show?
Oh, there was a bite at a dog show in Ayer?
Isn't that what it says?
Was bitten at a dog show in Ayer. Who knew? All
That's what
kinds
they
of
say.
things.
I
Of where this happened?
No, it just says where the person lived in Brookline, New Hampshire.
Right.
Well, if the dog lives in Brooklyn, New Hampshire, not in our jurisdiction.
So on this that you handed me,
Yes,
and I'm reading from the bottom as you said, but I believe the Conservation Commission is having a public hearing on this. 217 West Main Street.
217 West Main.
Yeah, this, you
That
know, it
would-
starts
yeah,
here.
Yeah,
Is the link to the aquifer map, blah, blah, blah,
Right,
blah, blah,
right.
blah, and then it goes up. And then from Bridget,
so it could be wetlands.
she
but
said,
aquifer.
I have the maps from Mass DEP, and 217 is not a prohibited use, the lot is big enough, they will not need a special permit. And actually, the new conservation agent has them on the agenda.
So they don't need, she's saying they don't need a special permit.
They
from
don't
us.
need it from us.
Yeah.
But because there are wetlands.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, in fact, I think they might be doing it this Thursday, in fact, I know they are. I
Okay.
think that's the one.
Yeah, that
issue
wouldn't
they
surprise me that it's wetlands.
Oh,
in
yeah.
there. The West Main, the 217
Yeah.
West Main.
Yeah.
Yeah,
have. Yeah, so,
okay. All right, so we took care of Neshoba material. That's all the Neshoba stuff, right? Is this Neshoba? Okay, that's all other stuff. RAB meeting.
I got the-
RAB meeting, you got my email.
Yep.
The next one is going to be January 18th, so it's next Thursday. And Trish has, so while you're there, since I keep forgetting to do it, could you ask Bob Simeon to email you rather than taking the handout and then us scanning it in?
Yeah.
Ask him or whoever has the presentation to email it. Yeah, because then when she posts it, it's a better copy.
Sure.
And then would you also ask him for the presentation from the PFOS meeting that we had here?
The same one.
Yeah.
I mean, the same thing, have them email
Have-
both of those times.
Yeah, because he emailed me a copy of just that page that I had written on, but then I was trying to scan the other pages that I had, and by the time I get done scanning it and send it to her, it's
So that's the
it's a
Halloween
terrible
meeting.
copy.
So ask him about
Yes,
the one from
yeah.
10:31.
If he could just give you the electronic file for the whole thing.
Okay.
I thought it was gonna work if I just scanned the one page.
So he can email both of those sets to our,
Yeah, either he can mail it directly to Jane, or it can
Yeah.
go through you, however you wanna do it.
Yeah, and as soon as I get them, I'll send them out to Cindy to show people.
Yeah, because I even tried it on my other, my better scanner
Yeah.
in my office, and it's like,
okay.
I can,
just too much detail.
I can update you a little on that with the PFOS and whatever all those things are.
By all means.
Because that was a big subject last week at the capital plan meeting.
Aha, Right.
Yeah, and Mark Wetzel did discuss it at length,
Yeah.
and it's going to be a very expensive project.
it is.
And first of all, someone asked, well, can't you just shut those wells down? We couldn't service the town with the Spectacle Pond wells.
Right.
And as you know, we blend the water at the
That's right.
3 wells
Yeah.
at Grove Pond. However, apparently they're going to, according to Mark, and the town administrator was there too, because he serves on the committee, they're going to know in March
Yeah,
exactly what they have to do.
okay.
And even though in this state we don't do anything in a hurry unless it's to give ourselves a big raise in Boston,
That's true.
this has to start immediately. And we said, immediately, like, oh yeah. If they
According to DEP?
According to DEP, from what Mark has been told, when they come up with whatever their plans are in March,
Oh, they're gonna issue a limit.
we
Yes.
have to start and come up with a plan immediately. Well, I think there are a couple of small wells on Shirley that, in Shirley they're all right. McPherson well we couldn't use because that is contaminated with these substances. So I said, well, how long would it take to put whatever this $5 million worth in is going to? He doesn't have that answer right now. But, you know, last year, if you remember, when we did the water and sewer rates, everybody was happy because we have a long-range plan. I sit on the water and sewer rate committee too. And we take and we look at all the projects that are going forward, and we figure that in, and then we come up with the water and sewer rate. People were happy we didn't have to raise the water rates last year at all.
Yeah.
Sewer, yes, because we're doing so many sewer projects and,
Right.
you know, the old pump stations, et cetera, et cetera. But this could be horrendous.
Could be.
So, and, you know, people, I don't know what the answer is going to be, but it's going to be a big problem. So right now, there's a placeholder as
Yeah.
far as the budget
Right.
goes for that.
Yeah. Did Max seem to have any idea if they're just going to take the existing kind of advisory and make that the limit, or could they go even more stringent
He
than
did,
that?
he said, as far as he, you know, he's gone to meetings, he's been in
Yeah.
touch with them, and they're supposed to come up with their plan. Now, down the road, can we go after the federal government for any of
Yeah.
this money? But you
Yeah.
know how long that takes.
Oh,
Yeah.
geez,
Got
yeah,
it.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah. Because if they take this, what we have now is, it's not like arsenic, where there's a limit, there's a safety limit.
mhm.
The PFOA business is new enough that they don't really have a safety limit. They have kind of an advisory limit that it should be below. And those are the numbers that we see when we look at the wells and, you know, we look at this one well that's over, but because we blend them all, the blended
It's a
water
safer limit.
comes out
Okay,
below.
Right.
So what I'm thinking is if they keep that same advisory limit and just make that into the safety limit, our blended water might be okay. But if they become more restrictive with the safety limit, that's where we might end up in trouble. But you gotta have safe water, so.
Well, I
gotta do what
understand
we gotta
that,
do.
but people live on fixed incomes too,
Well, I know that.
you know,
I
so.
know that.
How are we gonna do this? How are we gonna fund it? Is there another source? We don't know yet,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
this will be a huge thing. And
Oh, yeah.
March will be when they'll have a meeting and explain it to everybody, you think, as far as what?
no, supposedly, the way I understood it from what Mark said was that they will come out with their plan in March and it has to be done immediately. It's not like, you know, usually they come up with a plan
Mhm.
and you say, okay,
Yeah.
here's what it will, and we'll start doing this, and apparently, it doesn't matter that this is in the middle of our fiscal year.
Sure.
It's gotta be done in March. If they say these are what has to be done in March, that's it.
Okay.
I'm surprised that there's no culpability with the Army or whatever, you know, or Fort Downs or whatever with this.
A long time ago, Ayer sold its soul to the Army.
Mhm.
So,
Yes.
yeah.
I mean,
What do you live with? Jobs, jobs, jobs.
Yeah.
But we're gonna pollute the heck out of your own head. But anyway, I digress. So, so that's really all there is to say at this point about the REB, although That's the 18th, so if you want to put it on the agenda for the next one. I'm
Okay.
sure Trish can do it.
I'm not real good with all the figures, but I will,
Yeah,
I'm
they don't have to
listening,
be.
yeah,
Yeah.
but just to make sure we get that to us.
Yeah.
And have it posted and all that, but
Yeah.
listening to you talking about the mixing and all that, I'm getting a better sense of it, because when I look at those diagrams, my head spins.
Oh, and you can always ask them, and you know who does this a lot is Lori.
Lori, she's
Will
great.
say, could you say that in English?
Yeah, in lay terms.
You can
But the
always
rest
say
of us
that
are
to them,
all
because that's the
like,
purpose of these meetings.
Right.
It's to inform the people from the town, so never feel,
So I do
Stupid
think
doing
that Mark Wetzel will be at that meeting?
no, he doesn't usually
doesn't
go
go
to
to RABs.
those. No, the RAB, the acronym RAB, it's the Reuse Advisory Board, so
Yeah.
it's not just the PFOs, it's all of the
that.
stuff that's going on at Devon. So it's the Fort Devon's Reuse Advisory Board. And it's, so it's Devon's itself, it's the Army, it's the DEP, it's people from the affected, surrounding towns. And it's just kind of updating, it's mainly the Army and the consultants they work with
Right.
updating, they talk to DEP all the time in EPA. So I don't think DEP and EPA ever really hears anything brand new at those meetings. But sometimes PACE does, we do, as stakeholders and the whole thing. So it's one of the things they had to do in the whole overall plan for how are they going to move forward. Because if they can't leave a clean site behind them, then they have to have this multi-year plan. And
Stay for years and years.
this will the arsenic removal will be around for a while. So 4 times a year they do these, just kind of updates on what's going on, and that's what they are. All right, April town report, I'm going to get going on that. And Mary had some good input for that last time, because we had 41 Main.
And it's
then,
always confusing, as I said, because
Oh, I
everything
know.
else we do, it's the fiscal year.
Yeah.
But the town report is calendar year, so it's from
Yeah.
January to December, because
Yeah.
that comes out in the spring. so.
Yes. Yeah. So I'll get a draft of that, because I don't want, even though they haven't sent out the notice yet, I don't want to do it.
And I'd have to look back and you'd be able to do it anyway, just to see some of these other things.
I look
that
back
we
through the
did.
minutes, yeah.
Were they last year or were they actually the year before,
I know,
It's
it's
confusing
odd,
when you
yeah.
look back, when was that? When, was
Well,
it last year?
some
Was
of
it-
the
yeah.
properties
Yeah.
enforcement things. Was that this year? It started maybe the year before, but
Right,
did it
and
go
then
into
turned
this
out.
year? So that's what I think we need to check.
Yeah, these things cross over a lot, because they
Yeah.
cross over from one chair to another.
Yep.
They cross over a fiscal year in the middle of the year. I'll figure it out. Okay, Mass Toss Cooperative Recycling. This is a Mass DEP operation and maintenance third-party inspection report for, what did you say their name was again? Mass Toss Cooperative. 173 Main Street. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's the third-party inspector. Right. This is our DPW and the sludge landfill. So it's the closed sludge landfill. That sounds so lovely, doesn't it? Yeah. Then let's see what let's cut to the chase here. What's the final? Okay. All right, just a couple of things apparently that they want us to do, and Mark Wetzel has signed this, so it's clear that he saw it. It says he agreed, so they've got to get rid of some woody vegetation. And then they have requested that we add I think this is something for DPW to do. Groundwater contours and groundwater flow direction be included in site sampling maps. So that must be something that Mark has to do, because otherwise, I would assume they would do it. Write up corrective actions that they need to do. But anyway, Mark has this, he signed it. It is all set. So, it's back in the mail. So, what do we got here? This mail. A bill. It's always so exciting,
Yes,
because we just don't have that many.
we don't have that many.
Oh my gosh, you spent $15.99 on ink.
I know,
Spendthrift.
I am.
Who is that to?
This is to LD, Government Contracts Division. I have never seen an invoice to them. LD Products Incorporated.
No, that's where we get a steep discount. I have Cindy ordered the printer cartridges from this place.
Yeah, this was part of the,
Yeah, and we
doing the
have-
centralized purchasing,
Yeah.
right?
No, this
No?
is after we got our printer.
Okay.
She came to me and said, "Oh, I can get it much cheaper, order the stuff through me."
Got it.
Thrifty.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
And they're very inexpensive. It would be like, I think, 4 times that much.
Wow.
They're expensive.
Was that the big cartridge you had
Yeah.
up there?
Yeah, for the laser.
Oh, I believe it would be
Yeah.
way more than that, yeah.
Way more. I said, "Boy, can I get ink? I mean, is there some kind of way I can order mine?"
Yeah, I'm thinking that too.
No, she had checked into it. I don't know. I should ask her again, because she said she was wondering the same thing. So I should ask her. If there's a way that poor, town
Yeah.
employees or
That would be
or
really
servants-
nice.
Work together, a couple of
Yeah.
people and get the discount.
Yeah,
That would be
we
wonderful.
could have an ordering club or something.
So this is the budget. I'm just putting in the same amounts
Yes.
again.
Yes.
And then I put for the salary, I just put in the same and said plus any contract
Whatever the
adjustment.
contract, yeah.
And then I put in the same numbers for Neshoba, and you said they're going to issue the new rates like
I know he always sends it over. I know
later,
Jim sends
later
that
this
over.
month or something. Okay.
We have a meeting next week.
Okay.
I haven't gotten anything from her
Well, because we have a meeting next week.
Yeah. So,
yet. Oh, good. I haven't overlooked
I
anything.
think only I have to sign this, right? I believe, yeah. it needs
Yeah.
to sign. So, if I put the signed one back in, will you get it to its
Yes.
appropriate
Absolutely. Yeah.
person? So that goes in the to be signed. And this, I guess, also goes in the to be signed. Our little lonely little bill here.
Yeah.
And then we have one more thing that looks like another plan for something. Okay, where the hell? Okay. So this is Global Partners. This is the filling station now that is no longer going to go on Littleton Road, it's going to go on Harvard Road.
Well, maybe or maybe not.
Maybe or maybe not, that's right. There are
Depends on
still,
what they need
yes.
some kind of,
Where-
I guess,
Where the Maxent factory
yeah,
is. So kind of across from the old city.
they need a special use.
So what are they gonna do? There's one already there. They're gonna,
No.
It's the same
no, no, no,
one.
no, no,
Okay.
no.
No, it's across
The
from
street.
where the Citgo is right now.
Right.
Right across from that.
They will close that Citgo.
that's what I'm saying, so
Yeah.
that will be, that'll close that one and move
across the
They,
street.
when I was speaking to Tom Gibbons, because he's the lawyer for this project, and he said they need some kind of a special use, because I guess there's a almost very little difference between light industrial and heavy industrial, and they Global has decided this is a better site. Now, the project that they were all approved at the Jarvis site, that was through the planning board. He was not involved in that. That was a hugely attended, several meetings, residents there, etc. What they'll do with that site, I have no idea. This, he told me, would be one of those 99-year leases.
Yeah.
And they do, Global does own the site across the street where the gas station is. They'll
Yeah.
close that. What they will do with that, he had no knowledge of that. He said he just represents them for this,
Yeah.
the Maxim property.
And this
Next
needs
week.
a variance because they want to have a retail, like convenience
Yeah.
store. And they also need a variance to have a gas station in light industrial.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's not considered, I guess, an accepted
Is that next week too? Or is that
does it say what
Seven-
the date
Oh,
is?
it should. Should write on
Right up on the top,
Right on
on the
the
right
Oh,
hand
January
side.
17th.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I knew
Yeah.
it.
So what will happen to the old property with all those tanks in the ground and everything? Just,
No idea. No idea.
That isn't the point.
no, I'm just
No,
curious.
no, well,
Yeah.
he doesn't know because he only
He doesn't,
represents
yeah.
them for this.
So this is just going to annoy a different set of residents.
Well, I don't
It's going to
know.
annoy somebody.
Well, if you go right there, there's
Lot
not
lines.
that,
No, but what's on the other side of that? Is it all Jarvis or is it, is there residential on the back side?
well, we have the cemetery there. I
Yeah.
don't think those residents are
They're
going
not
to do
gonna-
that. They're not
That's
going
what
to
my
say
brother-in-law
anything.
said to me. Well, they're very quiet.
Yeah.
So the other site was the old Creamcrest, wasn't it? Isn't that what they were looking at?
Yeah.
And they said
Yeah.
no, even though that was already.
But actually, this is a much better site because they're gonna be pulling traffic off of Route 2. So.
Yeah, I think
You
this is
know,
actually better.
And.
What do you mean they said no?
The first site was over by Jarvis, right?
They've already been approved for
Yeah,
that.
they were
That's what I've
approved for
said.
that.
They were
Yeah.
approved for it, but they're going with,
They're
No,
going in.
what they're doing is, they had umpteen public hearings, and that was through the planning board for the Jarvis site.
right,
We were there,
Yep,
as were many residents.
yep.
And it made no difference what the residents said. After several nights, the planning board approved that.
Yep.
Since that time, the company has looked at this site and decided it's better.
Right.
That's already been approved there. They asked for a continuation, a year ago, I think,
Mhm,
now, over
yeah.
a year ago.
Because you have to start building within, was it 12
Right,
months?
so they asked for it, in fact, because that was when all that was going on down in Wilmington, they had something
Mhm.
too. And they pulled that plan
Yeah,
without prejudice, which means they could always go back.
yeah.
And they asked for an extension on this one, which
Yeah.
was in 2016. So now, if they get this, what happens, like he said, I wasn't involved in that one at Jarvis. I have no idea
Mhm.
what
Yeah.
happens there,
Yeah.
so
So anyway,
we'll know more
that
next
meeting,
week on
yeah,
that.
that meeting is next.
And I think it's at 6, is it at 6? They usually zoning has theirs at 6.
It just says January 17th. It doesn't have. time.
I think it's at 6 o'clock.
It's about 6. Yeah, I think you're right, they are.
I think zoning usually
Yeah.
has theirs at 6.
All right. Are we all set with our tobaccos and our
Well,
solid waste, or?
I am happy to say that all the people have been issued their tobacco permits
Great.
for 2018. And as far as trash haulers, we've got everyone except M. Sullivan and Son Disposal. And we have a new one that came in spontaneously from United Site Services.
Oh,
And I'm
yeah.
going to call tomorrow and figure out if Sullivan was bought out by United Site Services.
Oh,
Because they
yeah.
had all the stuff I mailed out,
Yeah.
but I don't know, how
Oh,
they...
I wonder, yeah.
Yeah, so anyway, well, let me see here. Charles George Cressio. Yeah, they've done it. So I
That's
think,
great.
so it appears that I may have one outstanding, but I may not.
Yeah, yeah.
So we're in good shape. We're in great shape.
I think enough surrounding towns have those regulations now that
It's becoming
yeah,
routine.
it was not probably a
Yeah.
big
And I think
surprise.
there's been some where you look at them and you say, I think that truck's been painted over. I think
Yeah.
No, I think
know you're
that
right.
some of the
Yeah.
original ones we had
Yeah.
have taken over another company.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, Heather Haas said that we actually have more trash haulers here that have permits than they did in Acton.
Oh,
So, I did a very thorough job, if you remember. I
Yeah.
was saying that I left no stone unturned trying to find all these people.
yeah.
And, or maybe United, I sent them out stuff a couple years ago, and now they've got, customers in Ayer, so they knew when they got the stuff off the internet. I don't know, but
Yeah.
I'll find
I
out.
wonder. Okay.
yeah.
All right. I know you'll run that one down.
Yeah.
That's no problem. So we maybe one else.
Or maybe not. I'll take a look at
And that one's Sullivan, right?
Yeah.
Who's Sullivan? All those people. Okay, so for miscellaneous, the only thing that I have here really for miscellaneous is Ruth Maxon had contacted Jane and asked to be on the agenda. She wanted to come speak to us about her property. And what I had told Jane was that to tell Ruth that what she could do is come, first thing for the meeting and as public input, tell us what she would like to discuss with us so that I can make sure that when we actually put her on the agenda, we have the right people here to discuss it. So she can't be here tonight and said that she would be at the she'll be at our next meeting as the public input. So the idea of that is not really to have a big discussion, it's just to have a meeting of the minds about what is it you would like to discuss. In the meantime, serendipitously, I have a copy of a bond inspection that Carlene did. Carlene was ill towards the end of the year, like everybody else. And so didn't get out until the 3rd of January, but she had been in touch with people in Boston, and they were up on that. So I have a current count on how many goats and horses and chickens and rabbits there are. So what I'm going to do is to send a letter, and I'll just email that to Jane. And, you can either sign it for me, or we'll
Okay.
figure out a way to do this. Just asking Ruth, it turns out I was trying to figure out where is the best definition of a farm. And it turns out it's in our own regulations. The state is a little vague on it, the everybody is a little vague on it. In our own Board of Health regulations, we say we do not apply to farms, or we do not apply to agricultural, I think is actually the word, not so much farm. And then it sets out specific criteria for what makes you agricultural. So you have farm license plates, or you have a copy of your tax return with the farm income. So because this is a property that has quite a few chickens and animals, I'm just going to send Ruth a letter with a copy of the regulations and ask her to please provide us. We do the renewals for these in May, so I kind of want to start working on this a little early.
While you're talking about the keeping of animals.
Yes, our regulation
The
for
keeping of animals.
Because if she does not fall under any of those requirements, then that regulation applies to her. So she would need to get a permit through the Board of Health. So we're going to start with that. I think we need to just get a dialogue going. Is she or is she not under the keeping of
So
fowl?
we always, she was always considered a farm under Mass Ag. Is that what it is?
No. Department of Agriculture, it turns out, has a very, very general definition. And they say that agriculture is the keeping of animals where those animals or the animal byproducts, eggs or whatever, are for commercial purpose.
Okay, all right.
So that's a little vague. I mean, if you sell a dozen eggs to somebody, are you for commercial purposes?
Well,
Our regulation, though, it says it has 6 very clear requirements that for our regulation not to apply to you, then these are the conditions under which this regulation doesn't apply. So when Carlene spoke with Michael
Cahill.
Cahill, thank you. He said, well, I mean, it's, agriculture is defined, and then there's, of course, 61A, 61B, 61C chapter. That's a very specific tax designation. Other than that, municipalities really can kind of define what is and isn't a farm. So we have already done that in our regulation. Kind of running concurrently with this, I took a good look at our regulation, and I really think it needs an update. Technically, I'm in violation of our regulation because I have a turtle. And it says reptiles.
Oh, but I think you're,
No, it doesn't make sense to me to have a regulation that it says one thing in writing, and then we say, oh, no, but we don't enforce that.
no.
Because then how do you enforce any of
I
that?
don't think we've ever said that. Our keeping of animals is specific. We're not going to go into somebody's house and say, oh my
That's
God,
why I
she's
want to
got
take it out.
a
That's why I
little,
want to take it out. If you have an indoor
if you have a little,
turtle, you have even a snake, you have, I used to have a
Some
gecko,
people have lizards.
lizards.
A bird, like a
Oh,
sparrow.
yeah.
Parakeet or-
So I think we have to I think we could just kind of freshen up that
Okay.
because we
regulation.
have reviewed those numerous times.
We have,
And
but the
we've
last
sent them
time was,
over
I
to-
think,
Well, we've sent them to Bridget, we've sent them to everybody over there to see.
I don't think it would hurt to take another
No,
one.
well, we can
and
do
just kind
that
of make
this
it-
year, yeah.
Yeah, make it a little bit more current.
Well, what does she have at her house? That's,
Goats.
she's always had goats.
There are total of, and I don't want to get into too detailed a discussion of her, but
No.
there are 42 goats. There are 4 horses.
I know she always had
Um,
horses.
There are 50 chickens, a turkey, 14 geese, and 7 rabbits.
I didn't know she had
But
Yes.
what does the regulation say as far as the amount versus how many acres and all that?
It really doesn't. Well, for horses, I believe the requirement, and I can't remember if this was in the mass law or in our regulation, you might remember.
It might be a half acre. Is it
or
a half acre?
half an acre per horse.
I think so.
That might be in our regulation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but for things like goats and chickens, I don't think there's any, so I want to do a little bit more research on that too, and
And
see.
The size of the barn, can that barn accommodate all this livestock?
Well, this is part of what Colleen does when
Yeah.
she goes out and does her inspections is there enough shelter? Is there adequate shelter?
Right.
Because they all have to be provided with shelter. They have to have water. There has to be a manure. What do you do with your
Yeah.
manure? So that's all part of what she's looking
What she
at in her
inspects for,
inspections.
yes.
Yeah. So that's why I'm really glad we have Kylie, because she actually has a couple of years of animal husbandry school behind her. So she has some knowledge of which she
Right.
speaks. So I think that's a good thing. So she's just got some information in here, what there were for stalls and so forth. So if you could send an email to me, I'll put a
I
note
can, absolutely.
on that to remind you.
Yeah.
Because, I happen to have some sticky notes.
I usually bring them down, but I don't forget. That'd be nice.
And how are these animals staying warm in this weather?
It's probably a
And
change
the
for all of
wind?
them.
Oh my gosh.
I know. So I'll put this, do you want this anyplace in particular?
Why don't you put it in with the,
To
with
the
the
sign?
sign, to the sign,
Okay.
yeah. Because that's the first thing.
Yeah, and remember on this one too, I forgot to staple it, just make sure that you staple it and give
Okay.
it both pages
I will.
of that, so.
So we pretty much, I think, have our next agenda already, don't we?
Yeah, we do. There will have been an Ashoba quarterly meeting, right?
Next week, the 18th.
Oh, same day as.
17th, oh no.
No,
Same day?
The 18th. We always have our meetings on a Thursday.
Yeah, they always
And
do
ours is
Rabs
the
on Thursday.
Rabs,
Yeah.
that's all.
So there'll be a rab, there'll be an Ashoba meeting. I can have a chance to have taken a little bit closer look at our annual regulation, just kind of give you an idea what I think we should look at updating on
Okay.
that, so we can put that.
And if you would email Bridget on that too and
Yep.
ask her.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's not something
Oh,
we
yeah,
have to
absolutely.
do immediately.
No, that's why I want to start now, because
Yeah.
it's
But it's
not
my
really
understanding, I think, this came up earlier, rabbits are not counted. Rabbits aren't addressed in that at all.
Yeah, it's funny the way it singles
Yeah.
out certain
Certain animals.
animals and
Yeah.
and not.
And that came up last year in certain aspects.
Yeah.
We had something one time with somebody, I can see the property that they had rabbits, but we did address it with them, that I remember.
There used to be near McDonald's, always around
Yes.
Easter time, there used to be a sign about
Yes,
bunnies.
yes.
Oh,
For
for
sale,
Miller's
isn't
old
it?
house.
Yes, yes.
Yep,
And they haven't,
but I haven't seen that sign in a
no, they're
long time,
gone, so
so,
people got
okay.
out of there.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's,
So we don't address the rabbits in our animal.
Oh, I don't think so.
I don't know.
I think they're like pets, because you can go to a pet store and buy a rabbit, just like you can buy maybe small,
Yeah,
they're not like a goat, they're not considered
Yeah.
like livestock, they're
I
more like,
know, yeah.
I think that's where.
But then they have hutches and sometimes they live outside.
They do.
And if you look at our purview to say, we're really safeguarding the welfare of the animals as well as the neighbors.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think that I was really surprised that we didn't address rabbits.
I
I thought
know.
we had, but
No.
it might have been because we got a call on that.
Well, it
Yeah.
can be that if they're a commercial thing, it comes under a different set of regulations.
I'm gonna start doing some
Yeah.
looking around
Yeah.
and, I mean, and things change all the time too. I mean, ferrets used to be legal
Right.
in Massachusetts, and now you can buy them at Petco.
Yeah.
Cutest darn things. Oh my God, sometimes. So,
So anyway.
so we have a few things then that we can put on the,
Okay.
and just maybe give us one final update. Tobacco's over and done with,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
let us know what you find out about the solid waste
I
hauler.
will.
Yeah, I know you'll bulldog that one.
Yeah.
I know you will. Anything else, please?
Now, is there anything updated on 41 East Main?
Nothing.
Oh, he came in. Gosh, it wasn't in the.
I had heard that he wants to come with another,
He's been asked. Okay, we were supposed to have a discussion of that, and but he came in, and I said, well, we're going to have to discuss that as a board before we decide whether he has to come back for a hearing.
we need to see what his changes are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we
And I
haven't seen
have
anything.
them, and I just forgot.
Okay, put it on the next,
I'll put it on the
yeah,
next
put it
agenda.
on the next.
He's basically, I don't know if it was the ZBA or the planning board, told him he couldn't have these separate buildings, he needed to combine them.
Yes, right, it has to be
And so,
connected to the main house. I
yeah,
think,
it's
yeah.
Oh
changed
my God.
it's changed the footprint. So his question is, does he have to have another public hearing? Or does his,
Well, I don't know, because I haven't seen
Yeah,
whatever his
I-
latest
yeah.
thing is.
I have no idea.
Well, I can't do anything
I
right now
just,
anyway.
I
It's covered
was
in snow.
thinking I had put it in the mail thing and just,
Yeah, no, didn't see it in
Oh,
there, but if you have anything from them, with
because he's very anxious to get an answer from us. And I told him that we'd have one after this meeting.
So if there's a new set of plans to be submitted, does it start from
He
scratch
submitted-
where the abutters come and get a chance to
Well,
look
that's
at
his
that?
question.
Well, the thing with the special permit is that the special permit, it actually has the date of the plan and everything else on it. So if nothing else, the special permit is gonna need to be updated. Whether or not we need to have another public hearing, if we're really just making, kind of
Well, has he
housekeeping
sold
changes, I don't know.
Has he sold the property?
Apparently not, because otherwise he would not be the one
Well,
You think
about
he
who
has?
you're at. Remember that there
Oh,
were people here, and
Yeah.
I gathered from that meeting that he was selling this to them. And I couldn't figure
Right.
out why, I can understand people have maybe extra money. I don't, but some people do. And they say, oh, well, I'd like to invest in such and such a town.
Yeah,
But why, there's other properties in Ayer, if you wanted to. Why would they be looking to go to a property that has had so many people speak against it and it just,
No
but if
idea.
he's changing, if he's already sold it to these people with
well,
the
and it's a
idea,
new,
that's what I'm saying, we
Right.
have to have the correct names on everything on this permit,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
so.
So should I tell him that we need to have another public hearing?
Well, we don't know, I
No,
haven't
we
seen
actually need to
anything.
look at his, did he give you the
Yeah,
plan?
he gave me the plan, yeah.
Um,
I have it upstairs. if you
Does
want
it
to-
have-
Could you run it just for a
I'll
minute
get it.
and get it? I think it would, I I
Yeah.
don't want to
Do you know
stay
if
here
there's
all
any
night.
explanation of, so what's different from this plan to the last one?
I can't tell you, he came in, he dropped it, I was up to here
Okay.
getting out, it was,
Okay, yeah, bring it down, let's,
Just
let me
to
get
say,
it.
Wasn't there a past discussion
I'll be right
about why they didn't grant him either zoning or plan or whoever he
no,
went
it was
to?
the building
The
inspector.
building inspector, so there was some, I remember when we talked about it.
Yes, there was,
That
and
was brought
that,
up why.
that, it's because of something in the zoning bylaws that say that it has to be connected to the main structure. Yeah.
So the name should be the same on the plans, Mary, unless
Well,
you're
I
saying they.
said
Well,
we
unless
don't
he has
know.
sold it, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know because and I'm just reporting a conversation that I had on the side, so I certainly would have told this lady to do it, but the woman that I was speaking to out in the hall afterwards seemed to be implying that they wouldn't necessarily build exactly what, he had proposed on that plan anyway. And it really made me scratch my head as to then why are you getting a special permit for something that isn't what's going to be built? So I really kind of don't understand the whole thing, but
oh, it's
I
good.
mean, I guess it's his purview to do that.
Oh, I know it is, and like I said to him, when the very first time he came,
Yep.
I told him, you were here.
Yeah,
I said, I hate it.
yeah.
I hate it when people come in from out of town and think, oh, this is a diggy little town, I can do whatever I want.
Yeah.
And it's going to destroy a historic property. Unfortunately, it's not listed because we've never had the Historic Commission go down that street and dedicate any of these. But that's still gonna look ugly. So you have your main house facing East Main Street and then two condos that you're gonna see the side of because they're going to face Pond Street. Ugly. But I told him that, I was very honest, and we certainly had a long, we had about 3 nights of
Yeah.
public
Yeah.
hearings.
Yeah.
And it went on. Now, whatever the building inspector found, I don't know. But,
Yeah,
we have to follow our rules. We don't have to like it,
yep,
but
yep. This is true. This is true.
yeah, I know that night there was, when they went out in the hall, there was stuff going on, and I was trying to pay attention in here and then have an ear
Yeah,
out there
yeah.
too. And I said, oh, there's something here, and I don't think I'm gonna be fond of it.
No, the young lady was very, very nice. She said, we really don't want to put up something that's not going to be a character in the neighborhood. And
Well, then you're not gonna
Yeah.
do that, lady.
that's right.
That's it.
So I think,
If you wanna just buy the property and fix up the current house, which needs it, because I think he's had a lot of different things in there since it was
Yeah.
originally started. And then the
Yeah.
people, kind of.
That house isn't on the historic register?
No.
It says right on the steps.
It
Yeah,
doesn't make
I
any
know.
difference. You have to apply.
right.
You
and-
can't, just because it says on the steps doesn't make it historic.
I'm surprised no one in the past ever.
Well, putting it on the register though is sometimes not a great thing for resale because it limits how much you
Right.
change.
Can't do
Yeah,
that.
but we've had other places that they should have done, like at the Rotary. Remember where the place was before tidal wave went in?
I do, yeah.
And and there are what the town of Westford did, which certainly is very spread out and has a lot of historic buildings, is that They do have a lot in the center that's designated historic. What they also did is they came up with a demolition bylaw so that you have to wait 6 months, and it gives the Historic Commission time to go in there to take photographs of anything.
Oh,
And, yeah,
oh, that would be a wonderful thing to do inside the Taft House, because I went through that when it
Yeah.
was up for sale.
Oh, yeah.
It's spectacular.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been chopped up into apartments. but
Yeah.
I just want to see the inside. I had been inside it a long time.
but I think a
It
demolition
was just beautiful.
bylaw, a 6-month wait, and I think if I talked to somebody down there, and I think they were able to get a few historic things out of
Yeah.
buildings because, somebody comes in and says, no, I'm gonna put, 6 condos up here or something like
Yeah.
that. Well, do you want any of that stuff? And then they're able to take it
Yeah.
and, place it.
It's like Ron's old house.
Yeah.
I was in there,
Yeah.
my mother did private duty for Nellie.
Oh,
She
really?
was 106. That house was gorgeous.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know,
Yeah.
who got hold of it and chopped it up and.
Yeah, it's just apartments.
Yeah, that's too bad, because that was a beautiful house.
Oh God, I remember Mr. Brown would go down, I'd have my asthma attack at 4 years old, he'd call, get me down and open up.
I can't find it, but I gave it to Bridget.
Oh,
I left it for Bridget like a couple weeks ago before I left. He came in just
Oh,
before I was
good,
leaving.
good.
I know I gave it to Joanne to look over,
Okay.
the conservation
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
person. And then I think I left it for Bridget, so.
okay. What I would expect or request that he do
Okay,
is, if he hasn't done this already,
okay.
give us an explanation of what exactly is different between this plan and that one.
Okay.
Because we're not gonna do the work of matching up this plan and that plan and figuring it out. So that's on him. He has a special permit that references a particular route of the plan and says one thing. Tell us exactly how this new one is different.
Okay. I'll do that.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right, so if that happens to come up between now and next week,
Probably tomorrow.
yeah, you can put that on if you want.
Okay, great.
Otherwise, to be continued. So are we all set? Anything else, ladies?
No, I would make a motion to adjourn at 6:45.
For a second.
All in favor?
Aye.